I pulled some quotes from Trading in the Zone. If you haven't read Trading in the Zone yet, it's just a book that you consistently read and go back to because it talks a lot about probability in the market and odds. In order to have a more probability-based mindset, this is the 5 fundamental truths that you have to truly understand. Number 1, in the market, anything can happen. Number 2, you do not need to know what is going to happen next in order to make money. Number 3, there is a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that define an edge. What does that mean? It means if I flipped a coin, 50% of the time I'm going to get heads, 50% of the time I'm going to get tails. It doesn't matter how you get into these trade opportunities. What happens next, how you manage the trade is most important. What's your goal? What are you aiming for? You can do all the analysis in the world. You could find the most beautiful M and the market's going to go the opposite direction. You can find lower lows and the market's going to go in the opposite direction. It doesn't matter what you think will happen next because the opposite can happen. The market is so random. There are so many variables. If you could predict what happens next, everybody would be able to trade and make money. But most people get stuck in that mindset wanting to know what's going to happen next before they get in. That's kind of why I thought today's training would be really important to help you guys understand probabilities instead of, am I going to be right or wrong? Because that's not what trading is. It's not about being right or wrong. It's how you manage the positions once you're in them, because it doesn't matter how many different strategies and techniques and patterns you bring into your decision making, it can still go the opposite direction. So number 4, an edge is nothing more than an indication of a higher probability of one thing happening over another. In Forex for Women, our edge in the market is simplicity and trend following. You have an edge in the market when you follow our system. We're not second guessing. We're not using a million different indicators. We are simply following what direction the market's moving in. If the candles cross up the EMA, we're buying. If the candle crosses down the EMA, we're selling. That's actually your edge, is the simplicity. And number 5, every moment in the market is unique. Doesn't matter how many times you look in the past and go, wow, this looks familiar. I've seen this sort of pattern before. I've seen this happen before. This looks just like what happened last July. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's gonna probably do what it did last July, but then it doesn't, right? That's because every single day in the market is unique. It doesn't matter how many patterns you understand or how many patterns you know or how many different indicators you use. Every single opportunity is unique. Your edge in this market is being unbiased of what might happen next. Your goal is only to follow what the market is doing, not to try to predict